Hi Virgo, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to talk about October 2022 month ahead readings for all of the 12 zodiac signs. Take a look at your sun, moon, and rising sign videos in this video series to give you a more holistic view of what's going on with you and your life for the month of October. So Virgo, this is a really potent month for the collective. I say that because we have a lot of new energy coming in. We have 3 planets that are now going direct. We open up the month on the 2nd with Mercury turning direct in Virgo. On the 8th, we have Pluto turning direct in Capricorn. And then on the 23rd, we have Saturn turning direct in Aquarius. So lots of forward movement, and this is really important because I feel like over this last month, especially during you and Libra's season of mostly your season of this August September time, we've had an opportunity to kind of slow down, think through things, reassess things, and now I feel like the momentum is going to pick up a lot, and so be prepared for that as we enter into October. Also, if you haven't already liked, subscribed, commented, given me a thumbs up on Scorpio Soul Time on YouTube, it would really be appreciated if you would. It helps my channel grow and it helps the content get to more viewers. So Virgo, what we're going to do is we're actually going to pull 8 cards, 2 for each week of the month, and then we will talk through all of the energies. Please refer to those astrology important dates that are at the beginning of this video as well as in the description below, and that will give you a better idea of what is going on throughout the month that you can look back on, look forward to, or even as you're going through the month, keep referring back to. Okay, Virgo, so let's see what's going on. The first week, we already have the Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana in reverse. And then we also have another 10, the 10 of Cups. So nice way to start out the month, Virgo. Second week, you have the 9 of Cups, so really good energy so far, as well as the King of Pentacles in reverse. So nice, Virgo, already looking really promising, lots of hopefulness here, so that's really refreshing. By the time we get to the third week, we do have that 9 of Wands, looking really tired and haggard, so a lot going on that week, as well as the 5 of Swords. Like I've been telling all the other signs, by the time we get to this third week of the month, this is the week of moving into Scorpio season. The Sun, Venus moves into Scorpio. We also have Saturn moving direct on this same date of the 23rd. And then 2 days later on the 25th, we do have that new moon partial solar eclipse in Scorpio. So it is not a surprise that this third week you can already see how the energies change from this more lighter energy and really happy yellow, light blue energy to now we get into this energy of like feeling tired, worn out. And with that 5 of Swords, it already looks like, you're having to defend yourself from something. That fourth week, we have the 10 of Swords, so something needs to come to an end in reverse. And the King of Wands in reverse. Okay, Virgo, so for the most part, you start off the beginning of the month in a much lighter tone than you end the month with. And I think that's going to be just the main kind of theme of the collective in general, just because of all that energy I already spoke of. But in the beginning of October, we open up with Mercury turning direct in Virgo, a Saturn square the 3rd through the 6th. Pluto turns direct in Capricorn on the 8th, and then we do have a full moon in Aries on the 9th. So there could be a lot of new happy energy that comes through. This Wheel of Fortune, even though it's in reverse, that sometimes symbolizes like the wheel is like not in your favor. I actually believe that it's going to be positive outcomes, even if it doesn't feel like it on the surface, or the news doesn't sound all that great in the beginning. Like maybe you your job tells you you need to like move to a different city for a job transfer, and at first it doesn't sound like a good idea, but then you realize like your job is going to give you a raise, and they're going to pay for your a stipend for your living, and it's going to pay for you to actually like live there. So for your family, this might be a really happy opportunity. So I really think that the news might not sound great at the beginning, but I do think it's going to benefit your family. Okay, Virgo, by the time we get to the second week of the month, more positive news, even though it's in reverse. Like I said, I just feel like it's more like these planets that have been retrograde are now just trying to build up steam. So I feel like that's what some of the cards being in reverse means. Like you just need to be a little more patient. Maybe all the information won't come to you just like automatically. But I do feel like there's something you've been wishing for and hoping for around your money, your finances. Maybe you're getting out of debt. There's something that looks really positive here with the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. So maybe something you've been wishing for. You have a boss or a colleague give you some good news about an opportunity to maybe make more money. Maybe you're going to be getting a raise. Maybe you hear something about another position that opens up. So it really looks like positivity right around that second week of October, when we have Mercury moving into Libra. We also have Mercury exiting its retrograde shadow at that time. So that might be when you hear some really good news about your finances. Once we get to the third week of the month, Virgo, this is really when things kind of take a turn, and it doesn't have to necessarily be like a turn for the worse, but it definitely is a different energy, right, than what we were feeling at the beginning of the month. So by the time we get to that third week, we do have the 19th Sun squaring Pluto, Sun conjunct Venus on the 22nd, and then like I said, by the time we get to the 23rd, the Saturn turns direct in Aquarius, the Sun and Venus move into Scorpio, and on the 25th we have that new moon partial solar eclipse in Scorpio. So to me, something is probably needing to be eclipsed out of your life. Maybe someone with this Five of Swords is trying to be deceptive, or you're trying to deceive someone else. There is this kind of like you're worn out and tired of this like game that you keep playing with someone. You're really tired of the back and forth, if you will. So I do think that this time, once Scorpio season comes, Scorpio usually puts a light or brings out truths that could have been hidden. So this might be a lot of this Five of Swords energy as well. And then by the time we get to the very end of the month, Virgo, we do have Mercury squaring Pluto on the 27th. Jupiter moves into Pisces on the 28th. And then Mercury moves into Scorpio on the 29th. And I think that this mercurial energy in Scorpio could finally bring out something that you're just done with. I think it's interesting. You do have 3 10s on the table. You have you opened up the month with the 10 Wheel of Fortune, the 10 of Cups, and now you have the 10 of Swords in reverse. So to me, it sounds like there's some endings that need to happen, even if you're not feeling like you're ready. I feel like that Wheel of Fortune might also be pointing you towards like moving towards the end of a cycle, possibly beginning a new cycle. I feel like though with the King of Wands, by the time you get to the end of the month and we have Mars retrograding in Gemini on the 30th, there might be someone who comes to you that is in more of a boss or a mentor type role, comes to you and is kind of like, you know, this is time for this part of, you know, this journey to end. And I'm not saying like you're going to get let go. I do think that some people may get let go just because Scorpio tends to bring out information and energies that were like hidden below the surface. And then finally, when you do hear you know, information or news, you might not still want to stay. I mean, it might be you wanting to leave on your own, or you just might hear of news of something ending in the workplace. But there definitely is some kind of like higher up person or someone in authority that's going to possibly deliver some news that either something is ending, maybe your job is being reorganized. So definitely, Virgo, take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs and just see how this all plays out. I think you really have some positive energy in the beginning of the month, and then once we get to that 3rd and 4th week of October, it's going to be a really pivotal time for you to figure out where you're at, kind of like with your finances, with your mental, you know, health, how you're feeling. And I think that this eclipse season is probably going to be really big for you. So once we get into November, make sure you kind of like pay attention to how you start off November, because you're ending October on a more rocky note than when you started. Okay, Virgo, I hope you all have a great October, and I'll talk to y'all later.